So come to a nice, comfortable seat. However, you can be easy in your body. Find any movement that you need as you start to settle in here. Letting the day melt away, working it out, whatever that looks like. On your own time, finding stillness and allowing your eyes to close. Notice those places in your body where you tend to hold tension. Maybe that's the jaw, the shoulders, forehead, belly, somewhere else in you. Give yourself a few breaths to let some of that go. Give yourself this moment to soften. To become present here with your breath. Beginning to lengthen your breath. Inhaling for a count of 3. And same length, exhaling for your count of 3. Whatever pace feels right in your body. No need to strain. No need to match my breath. Feeling the breath move through you for your count of 3. One more here. On your next inhale, let the arms reach overhead. Draw your palms together. To exhale, glide your thumbs down in front of you. On your inhale, fill up nice and big through the lungs, into the nose. And open your mouth, let it go. A couple more like that. Big breath in. Full release. One more. Feel free to set a guiding intention for your practice here. And then blink the eyes open. Bring your right fingertips to the ground, about in line with your hip. And anchoring your left hip, inhale, left arm toward the sky. Just explore how it feels in the side body here. Your waist, your ribs. You might hear the raindrops on my roof now. The storm is picking up. One more breath. Nice and easy. Inhale through the center. Big, tall lift through the spine. Anchor your right hip, release left hand down. Find your side bend here, whatever feels good in your ribs. Opening from shoulder all the way down to hip point. Inhale, draw yourself all the way up. As you exhale, take your left hand to your right knee. Simple twist. Take a moment here. Draw the lower abdominals lightly towards your low back. A little support here at the base of your spine. One more breath. Leave your left hand where it is. Inhale your back arm up and over. Let it find the opposite knee and take a nice fold here. Let your head go. Take a few breaths, maybe finding some sway here. Getting into the low back and hips. Nice and easy. Inhale all the way up. Bring your fingertips behind you. Plant your sitting bones. Leaning back. Inhale, heart lifts. Stretching front body and back body. Walk yourself back upright. Press your other ankle in front. And then sitting up tall. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. And exhale to your left. Rooting down with your fingertips. With your sitting bones. Finding some length in your spine. And another breath. One more for good measure. And then back arm sweeps up and over. Nice big reach before finding the knee and taking another fold here. Soften your elbows. Find some length in the spine or some movement, whatever feels good. And when you're ready, walk yourself back up, lean back on the hands once more. Inhale, broaden across the chest. And walk yourself upright. We'll transition toward hands and knees. Spread your fingers when you arrive. Root down evenly into all four corners of the palms. Throw your knees underneath your hips. Press your lower leg into the earth. Option for the tops of the feet to press down, or you can tuck your toes. Explore what feels fun, what feels good today. Lightly gripping the mat with your fingertips, as if you could draw the heels of your hand back toward your knees. So a little engagement here, building strength today in all of our poses. Nice firm foundation. As you inhale, let your low belly drop so your tailbone curls toward the sky. And inhale the heart between the arms, gaze to the top edge of your mouth. Don't crank the neck to look at the wall, but a little bit of lift. And as you exhale, curl the tailbone, let it scoop to shine between the knees as you drop your head. And a couple more. Inhaling to ripple through the spine. Gaze to the top edge of your mat. And exhale to round. Gaze to your navel or your thighs. And a couple more cat-cows here with your breath. Maintain that solid connection to the earth. One more drop in the belly, inhaling, heart lifts. And as you exhale, really draw your navel up and your abs lift, 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 lift toward the sky as you round and stay here for a full breath. Press the earth away. And slowly release, inhale, tuck your toes under. Lift your kneecaps and exhale, send your tailbone toward the sky. In this down dog, begin to find any movement that feels good. Bend and straighten both legs, or maybe one at a time. Opening into the back chain of the body. We'll begin to find some movement. Inhale, lift up onto tiptoes. And as you exhale, soften. Feel free to keep the knees bent. Inhale to lift. And exhale, soften. Once more. Tuck your chin toward your chest. Inhale, wave forward, find plank. And exhale, hips lift up and back. With your breath, 2 more. Wave and forward. Firming up the tops of the thighs and the belly as you lift. One more time. Bend your knees a lot. Begin to tiptoe up. Take your time. Walking about halfway up your mat. So we're comfortable. Bend your knees. Drape yourself over here. Take a breath or two. Hang it over your legs. Bend your knees even more. Tuck your chin. Slowly. Begin to roll up to stand. Nice and easy. Till the head comes on. Shoulders snuggle down the back. Rolling open through the palms. Feel space in the front of the chest. Root down with your feet and inhale, reach your arms overhead. Soften your knees. As you exhale, open your arms to the right, take a twist. Nice gentle twist. Inhale up through center. Other side, soft knees. Inhale all the way up, maybe a little arc back before folding forward. Exhale. Hands slide up the legs as you find your half lift. And exhale, release. Plant your palms, step to plank. Firm up the front of the body as you take an inhale. And as you exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Press the tops of the feet down, roll open into cobra. Exhale, release, down to the ground. 2 more cobra. Press the earth away as you lift here. Exhale, lower. Engage the core here. Navel stays strong as you inhale, nice and long spine. This time, tuck your toes. Keep the elbows hugging in. Press up to tabletop. And send the hips high. Down dog. Leaning to the left so you can sweep that right heel to the sky. Find a circle for your ankle each direction. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend your knee, draw it toward your nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, flex your foot all the way up to the sky. And this time, exhale, left elbow. Moving with our breath, leveraging our core, right elbow. All the way up. And then step the foot forward. Let it come up between your hands. Soften your back knee to the ground. Option for blocks, which is what I'm going to do here. Root down, and as you inhale, find some length through your spine. Option to be down on the ground, blocks, or begin to lift a little higher. Lots of choices. Taking a breath or so, opening into the hips. Notice how they feel today. One more inhale, fill yourself up. And as you exhale, release your hands to the ground if they're not there already. Step to plank. Inhale, and as you exhale, lower down. Loop the shoulders together to either cobra or up dog, whatever floats your boat. And exhale, elbows hug in as you spin up and back. Inhale, left heel to the sky. Circle through your ankle, each direction. Thank you, feet. Inhale, and as you exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. You got it, all the way up to the sky. Strong exhale, right elbow. Inhale. How's your core doing? Left elbow. Inhale all the way up. And then step forward. Nice and easy, find your lunge. Lowering down the back knee. Wherever you want to be here with your hands, prioritizing length in the spine. So we're collapsing through the heart. Notice how this hip feels compared to the other one. No need to judge it. Just observe and breathe. One more big inhale. Make some space before releasing the hands and stepping to plank. Inhale, top of your plank, firm up the thighs. And as you exhale, lower down. Inhale, your heart opener, low cobra or high. And downward dog. Full breath. Inhale, right heel to the sky. This time bend your knee, flex your foot, roll the hip open. And as you exhale, right elbow, arc it up, plank. Yeah. Inhale all the way up and back, roll the hip open. Exhale, sweep it under your left elbow. One more, all the way up, open through the hips, roll in, getting that nice release, and then step the foot forward. Yes. Hands support you while you spin your back heel down to the earth. So the left heel is at an angle. Easy to walk yourself up. Eventually turn your heart to the left edge of your mat, opening the arms in warrior two. And you can adjust your stance here. There's no real right or wrong. Some people will tell you there is. My personal belief is there isn't. As long as it feels good in your body, you want this to feel stable. As if you can root into the earth. And as if you can lift up out of that. Roots growing down and branches growing wide and tall. Full breath. Inhale your right palm to the sky. Reach forward and arc back, peaceful warrior. And as you exhale, bring your right ribs to your thigh, elbow finds it. Inhale, left arm open, side angle. As you inhale, wave back to peaceful warrior, straighten through your front leg. And exhale, arms parallel to the ground. Finding steady here. Find a micro bend in your right knee. So instead of locking it out here, a little bend to help engage the hamstring. And then as if your upper body is between two panes of glass, we'll reach forward on an inhale with those right fingers. Exhale, triangle. This micro bend helps remind us to engage the muscles of our front leg. Sometimes we just rely on locking the joint, especially people who are a little more flexible. Hug your muscles in. Let them do their job, a little bit of work. One more breath. And inhale all the way up to peaceful stretch. And as you exhale, bend that knee, carve your hands, step back to plank. From here, roll onto your left palm, outer edge of left foot, take a side plank, open it up. Exhale with control through center. Roll onto the right foot. Inhale, open. Exhale back through center. Full breath. And exhale, lower down. Nice. Your heart opener. Heading back to down dog or child's pose. We'll take a few breaths before flowing on the other side. Couple more breaths. Eventually finding your down dog again. Have an inhale, send your left heel to the sky. Flex your foot, bend your knee, roll open into the hip. And as you exhale, arc the knee high to your left elbow. Inhale up and back to that open hip. Exhale, swing the knee under your right elbow. One more. Inhale all the way up and back. And then step the foot forward. Send your back heel to the earth so the foot comes at an angle. Support yourself as you come up to warrior two. Make any adjustments you need to feel both steady in the lower body and a little free in the upper body. Finding your breath here. As you inhale, turn your left hand to the sky. Reach forward to arc back, peaceful warrior. As you exhale, slide forward. Your ribs shine towards your thigh as you find side angle. And then inhale to arc back to that peaceful warrior. Straighten through the front leg, but then micro bend the knee. Draw your arms parallel to the ground. Hug your muscles in towards your bones, especially on this front leg. Inhale, reach forward. Maintain length in the side body. And then fold, triangle. Finding length and strength for one more breath. Draw your navel towards your spine and inhale, peaceful strength. Exhale, hands cartwheel, step back to plank. You've got this. Inhale onto the outer edge of your right foot. Inhale, side plank lift. Exhale, rock through center. And inhale, other side. Back to center. Lower the knees, come all the way down. Little change. Bring your fingertips behind you, let them interlace at your tail. Nose toward the ground and inhale, locust. Extend your fingertips towards your heels. Option to lift the legs. And we'll breathe into the back body for two. For one. One more inhale. And then exhale, release. Just rest a cheek. Anything comfortable with the arms. Find some recovery breath. As you inhale, come back through center, square your chin to the ground, interlace your fingers behind you, but find the opposite clasp. So one probably happens naturally, shift it so the other fingers all stacked on top. When you find that weave, inhale, extend the fingers back. So that shoulders draw away from the ears. Navel draws up and in. An option to lift the legs. In locust, we're recruiting a lot of muscles around the hips. So our thighs, our glutes, low back, abdominals. Feel them all working for you, supported by your breath. One more inhale, and release your other cheek down. Relax through the arms and the back body. You're ready, come back through center. Stack your hands and rest either at chin or at forehead, just so your spine is straight here. Bend both knees. Take a moment here to send your thighs just a little longer. See if you can send your kneecaps half an inch away from your hips. And then soft glutes, begin to windshield wiper the legs here. Nice simple sway side to side. Release the legs long behind you. Slide the palms outside your ribs. Press yourself up and back to down dog. Take a stretch. Option to roll forward and wave through the vinyasa if you'd like. In your dog, find length in your spine. And as you look forward, take a nice simple stroll. Take your time. Stepping yourself up. Let your head go when you arrive. Plant your feet firmly. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up. Arms sweep overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Take a couple breaths here, connected to your heartbeat. Feel it pumping here underneath your thumbs. Blink the eyes open if they're closed. And as you inhale, circle your arms out and up. Exhale, draw in towards your muscles as you, your bones as you sit back. Muscles draw in toward the bones as you come into chair. Here in chair, we're looking for a neutral low back. So lower abdominals, low back draw in toward one another. Without popping the booty out and without rounding it forward, find a nice neutral place. Full breath here. As you inhale, reach the arms back behind you, grow long at the crown of your head. As you exhale, reach the arms forward, find a lift behind your heart. We're standing chair legs. Inhale, reach back, extend the crown of the head, maybe toward the wall in front of you, little fold. And as you exhale, find length behind the heart, reach the arms forward. Couple more. So good, you've got this. Let the next one power you all the way to stand. Exhale, arms release. Bring the hands to your hips and take a breath. From here, plant your left foot as if your weight's evenly rooted. So try to first shift it side to side across your foot so you find center. And then a little forward and back till you find center. And then from that nice steady place, hug your muscles in toward your bones, as if your thigh muscles could lift your kneecap a little bit here. Nice strong engagement of the left thigh. Begin to balance, draw your right knee in. And as we take these single leg balances, it's good to give ourselves a little time to get used to each phase of the process. So when you feel steady, flex this foot, begin to send it back in space. And extend through the leg. Finding your warrior three. Option for a hand to come to a wall if you want some extra support. Option to stay more lifted, maybe even so much that back toes find the earth, a little grace. Or maybe you tip so far forward that your whole body's parallel to the ground, or anywhere in between. Taking a flex in that back foot helps to remind the muscles to engage. And keeping a smile helps to remind the brain to not take it so seriously. One more breath. Really nice. As you inhale, nice with control, come all the way up, knee to chest, pause, take a breath. Taking hold of the inside of your leg. You can hold on to the thigh, the calf, the ankle, whatever feels accessible. And start to open that knee out to the side. Now you can pause here. You can also choose to extend your right knee, coming into that straight leg. Finding something to focus on with the gaze for one more breath. Nice. Bring your left hand outside that leg as you draw it in towards center. And then let it cross across the body. So drawing that leg towards your left, you may have space to open that right arm. And again, your knee can be bent or it can be straight here. Couple more breaths. If you're anything like me, you're wobbly here. And that's actually very good for the muscles in our foot. So I'm rocking and rolling all over the sole of that foot. Building proprioception. Inhale back through center, give that knee a squeeze. And then one more, release the foot behind you. Find some steadiness here. So if your right arm forward, inhale it up and back, turn the palm to the wall outside you, so your side wall, sorry, so that your thumb is up. And then you might eventually find your foot. And if you need, take a pause, catch your breath. And if you want, you can start to send that knee back a bit in space for dancer pose. Another option is left arm can sweep forward. And think of length in the front of this thigh, as if your kneecap could draw slightly further from your hip crease. One more breath. Inhale back and let it all go. Whew. Take a moment here. Hands come to prayer. Close your eyes. Just a moment to turn the gaze inward. Notice any sensation. Without any judgment about the experience you just had. Let go of any self-talk you have here. Another breath. Blink your eyes open. Bring your hands to your hips. Separate the feet, so bring them wider than your hips, maybe as wide as your mat. Approximately parallel so that your heels are centered with your center toes. And then soft knees, inhale, reach your arms overhead. As you exhale, hug your muscles in towards your bones. Keep your knees over those middle toes as you sit back into wide chair. So check that your kneecaps point in the same direction as your center toes. Wide chair, but the same idea, that energetic hugging in toward the center of your body. Noticing if or how it feels different from narrow chair. Draw the navel up and in. Light engagement of the pelvic floor. As you inhale, reach your fingers forward. And as you exhale, hinge from your hips, a little flat back as arms reach back. Inhale, find a length behind your heart as you reach your arms forward. 2 more. Exhale, hinge forward, crown of head reaches toward that wall. Exhale, nice strong core, lifting through the heart. 1 more. All the way up to stand. Float the arms down. Catch your hips. I think this is called power stance in a famous book. Superman stance for a breath. Superwoman. And then stack your feet together. We'll still be super people, but our feet will come together. Other side. So right foot plants. Shift the weight a little side to side here to find center in your foot. A little forward and back. So you find that nice center balance here. A micro bend in the leg and a hugging action of the muscles. Draw your knee in and find a steady point here. Catch your balance, take a breath. Flexing that foot when you're ready. And to inhale the heart forward, the leg back, warrior 3. It doesn't have to look the same as on the other side. What we're looking for is a place of challenge, but not so much that you're straining or that you're yanking onto your breath. Couple more breaths. Yep, my foot's already doing that wobbly thing. It's paying attention to this pose. When you're ready, begin to inhale back through center, draw the knee to your chest and pause. Take your left hand inside your leg, anywhere you want to hold on. For more steadiness, you might want your hand on your right hand on your hip, or maybe out is more steady. And then begin to open your left leg out to the side. Stay lifted here in the upper body. An option to extend that left leg out or keep it bent. Really nice. Nice and easy. Begin to draw it into center. Let your right hand find outside of leg. Begin to draw it across the body. Option to extend the left arm out behind you. Option to take a little twist, turning your gaze left. Find some sense of joy here, or play, curiosity. And coming back through center, take one more pause here. Embrace any wobbling that's happening and send the leg behind you. Inhale, your left arm sweeps out, up and back, rolling open so that thumb turns up, palm to the side wall. The thumb up is what helps keep the shoulder opening, getting a stretch into the chest. I'm going to find the wall for this one. But finding your foot. Begin to explore your dancer pose. Acknowledging any sensations, as long as they're not painful. Just breathing into them. Knowing it'll be over in just a couple breaths. Inhale all the way back, really nice. And release the feet down. Palms open by your sides in mountain pose. Close your eyes. Another moment here. Checking in with anything going on beneath the surface of your skin. Couple more breaths. Blink your eyes open. Interlace your fingers. Let's take some simple rolls here, some figure eights for the wrists. And reverse direction. Keeping your fingers interlaced, separate your palms, turn them inside out away from your heart. So palms press away. And as you inhale, let this whole thing reach toward the sky. Nice big breath, soften your knees. And as you exhale, drape your belly toward your thighs. Let it all go. Bring the hands to the earth. Step back to plank. Last plank. Inhale where you are. Exhale, lower down all the way. Inhale, heart opener, cobra or up dog. Exhale, shift up and back, child's pose. Your knees can be whatever width feels right in your body. Feel free to adjust. If you find that your forehead doesn't reach the earth, find a little support so that your head, your neck don't have to do any work. If you don't have any items near you, just stack your fists, make a pillow with your hands. Take this time to let the breath lengthen again. Another breath or two. When you're ready, begin to rise up to hands and knees. Knees under hips, tops of feet to the mat. Give them a little tap, tap, tap. And then swing around, come to your seat. Lay back nice and lazy now on your hands. Extend your legs. And give them a tap, tap, tap. Let your feet windshield wiper here, side to side. Releasing the ankles. Flex your feet so that toes push away. Stretching tops of the feet. And then flex them. And let them find neutral. Bend your knees, plant your feet as wide as your mat. Still leaning back, find something comfortable in the upper body. And let the knees slowly swish over toward one side. And the other. Another round or two. Feel free to make it a glute massage also, leaning into those spots on your ground. And eventually take your time coming all the way down to your mat. Lift your shins parallel to the earth here. Knees stack over the hips. And hands can rest lightly on your kneecaps, like they're perched here. And then draw your attention to your sitting bones. So they might be pointing toward the ceiling a bit, they might be shining toward the wall in front of you. Lightly holding the kneecaps, see if they can shine a little toward the ground, which might mean that space comes between your mat and the low back. As if there's a little bridge space. And when you did that, you might have noticed that your knees pressed a little away because you've lengthened your spine. And that's good. Just take a breath. And then very slowly begin to bend your elbows. It's going to draw your knees in towards you. You may find your low back, your sacrum start to press toward the earth as your sitting bones shine up away from it. And we'll take a couple slow back and forths, nice and slow. What we're doing here is we're rocking our sacrum. And lengthen the low back. As long as it feels good, this can be healing for any low back issues. Any hip stuff or knee stuff can also benefit. And when you feel ready, let your knees draw in towards your chest. open your arms. They can either come to cactus or open like a T, whatever feels good here. And draw the knees up in towards your heart. It's okay now, whatever happens in your low back. And then slowly the knees, let them draw over towards your right elbow. So maybe a little higher than some twists that you take, and let them find the earth. So we're going to twist, but by taking the knees closer to the elbow, that might feel different in the low back. And you decide if it's different, good, awesome. If you prefer a different shape, also great. Adjust how you need. One more breath. When you're ready to come out of it, it might feel nice to go left leg first and then right. Be a little softer on the core. So come back to center. Just take a pause here. Let your hips, your heels be heavy. And with your legs together, begin to shift over so the knees come up toward left elbow, whatever angle twist feels good to you. Another breath. When you're ready to return, float your right leg and then your left, coming back. You can send your feet toward the sky and your happy baby here. Noticing if there's anything else your body might need before Shavasana. Eventually setting up your Shavasana so that your body's comfortable. Shavasana, very important part of the practice, where we integrate the experience we just had. Just allowing the benefits of this practice to settle over you like a blanket. Resting here for a few minutes. Turn your attention to the space on your mat. To this body. This breath. Your mind. All connected here. And to breathe more energy into the hands and the feet. You're finding some movement there. Let your movements grow larger and look like anything you want. Whatever feels right as you start waking up the body. On your own time, roll onto the right side. Take a moment in your nourishing side lying position here. Keeping your head heavy, your eyes heavy. Bring the hands to the earth to help press yourself up. Taking care to come back into that place of your sweet, simple seat. Sukhasana. Bones connect into your heartbeat. Bowing head toward body. Mind-body connection here through the breath. Honoring the light within me, the light within you, light within everybody else. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take your time getting up.